We have a whole bunch of movies waiting for us this week. I've been busy with the scanner, and it becomes addictive. You know, you start doing one of these, and what's on the next reel. I had bought over the years a number of big collections of film where you get you know the guy has a reel of Expo 67, but you got to buy the other 12 rolls that go with it. And every now and then you know, watching most of this stuff is totally family stuff, which is of zero interest. But every now and then you go, well, that was really neat. So I got some fun stuff here. What I'm going to start with first is a theatrical film called Fury in Marrakesh, and it's an interesting movie that somebody said on one site, I only rated it because it didn't have any ratings, and I'm rating this to give it 0 stars, so it has a rating. So it's not a very good movie, but it was shot with scenes at the '64 World's Fair. So it's interesting. The basic, if there's a plot, so say on this movie, this woman is discovered at the World's Fair buying things like souvenirs and throwing them away and keeping the change. And they're trying to figure out, you know, the money, the Treasury Department gets the money and says it's absolutely perfect, it's not counterfeit. You know, we don't know why she's doing it, but then they go and check it out. And it turns out somebody discovered a hoard of counterfeits produced by the Nazis in World War II that are so perfect you can't tell the difference. So, but let me get it up here, and we will see the first part of it. I'm doing you a big favor, by the way, and not making you watch the whole thing. So. So share sound and optimize your video. And here we go.
Love the soundtrack.
I was going to say, can we buy this? Can we buy the soundtrack?
Soundtrack. Yeah, soundtrack. You get nice little music on it.
1. One of our agents on duty at the fair spotted her. He followed her and photographed her. She's.
So we will jump up now to where the next bit is. They decide to follow her, and she keeps going back to the fair, I guess, to change more money. Come on. Oh, here we go.
I think the amazing thing is
Good for you, Bob.
is to find out they have agents at the fair.
That long.
34, 22, 34. Strictly gorgeous.
More than 150 of Americans.
70, 80, 90, 100.
that's it for that particular film. It's let me just stop sharing for a second here. It's interesting to try to figure out how, was that film done with the Fair Corporation knowing about it, or did they just sneak the cameras in? What I got a kick out of it was supposedly done with a, they spot her doing this weird stuff. They send in the agent, they get the movie to discuss it, and then they send somebody the trailer. And you go, oh, and she's got all these hundreds of dollar bills, and she's still wearing the same dress. So, yeah, so much for their continuity, people. Like, if this is 2 days apart, maybe we should spring for an extra $10 for the wardrobe. But anyway, I thought we had some fun footage in there. And it
Was it a theatrical release?
Yeah, theatrical release, and
So released in 1965, I'm assuming.
it was. I think it was released in '66, but it was obviously shot in '65 at the fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Fury in Marrakesh.
Yep. So you've seen the good parts now. So if you want to go see the rest of it, I mean, it's one of these international movies, done by people you never heard of, starring people you never heard of. But like I said, somebody happened to tumble on the fact they shot it at the fair, and it looked like fairly nice footage. I mean, it didn't look like it was shot in 16, but I can't imagine they snuck 35 millimeter cameras in and got it done. And maybe
The internet says it was shot in wide vision, which is a generic name that apparently was used for 35 millimeter to perf widescreen, which was the process that was used for spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, no, I mean, it came out with a really nice quality there, I thought. So let me get the next movie ready here. 1 second. So I have a whole bunch of them. I mentioned in the the invite for today that I have movies from a whole bunch of subjects, but I think I'll start with Expo 67 because I had promised that there was some good footage here, and let me just cue that up here 1 second.
That's funny, Bill. The other day when you posted the link on Facebook about the movie, I immediately went to the YouTube site and decided to download it with the intent of, okay, I'll watch it. And then I downloaded it and got distracted, and I totally forgot about it till just now. So I'm going to have to go watch
it. It's a gem. You'll love it. Hang on, let me just get this movie ready here. Actually, we've seen that one. I just rescanned it. So let me, here we go. Whoops. Too many windows. And so let me get this one ready. Okay, share screen. And here we go. So we're off in the La Ronde area, the amusement section of the Expo site. And the guy, whoever took this, got some fairly unique footage of a number of things, including they had a show in one of the pavilions called Hellzapoppin. We're going to see some of that. But now all of a sudden I want a beer. I'm very impressionistic. Everything I see in these movies I want. I want a hat with a feather in it too. All the little international shops they had over there, that if you couldn't afford a big shop, you could rent a little space in this international kiosk type area.
Well, Bill, that was actually put there because they did not allow the pavilions to have stores other than books and music.
Right.
So they made this area so they could sell, knickknacks.
Yeah, they wanted to keep it more highbrow or something in the main part. And
Right.
Here's the arena area. And here's the show.
Isn't Hellzapoppin that a show that's been around
Yeah, but I guess
Ever.
they updated it for this. It's very modish. You can see all
Yeah.
the 60 colors and designs and everything. But I think Hellzapoppin originally started back in the 30s with like Olin and Johnson or something.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But I thought this came out very well considering the lighting. Oh, this guy, I talk about being limber.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If I tried practicing that, I'd be going for a different sort of surgery.
Where's their son?
How many times he miscalculated and hit her in the face.
Yeah.
That's before the days of stretch pants.
Wow.
Ah, that's gotta hurt.
Gee.
Now he's the lead singer for the Bee Gees.
But boy, this is Scream 60s, huh?
Yeah.
Why howdy.
It's the only footage I found from this show, so it's kind of fun to have it turn up.
This was at Expo 67?
Yep.
Where was it? Was it in the Expo Theater or?
Yes. Yep.
So much fringe.
Yep. And Joey would love this because it's got a gorilla in it.
Yeah. Who knows? That might be Joey.
The guy has a big role to set the stage, carry a palm tree across. Yeah, fringe bikinis and a dancing gorilla. Doesn't get much better than that, huh?
No.
Soupy
It'll run
Sales.
forever.
Oh yeah, I thought that was him.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Who is that?
Soupy Sales.
Looks like Soupy Sales.
That's Soupy
That was
Sales?
him. He was the star of
like
the
him.
show. So now we have back over to the main part. We're at the USSR Pavilion.
I understand they reassembled it in Moscow, didn't they?
Yeah, and they just refurbished it a couple of years ago. They had a big problem with it leaking. The roof was leaking, and they just redid it. And now we're taking a ride on the mini rail. There's the line down below for Czechoslovakia.
Everyone's going out.
There's Africa.
Just think of how many times you've been photographed in the background of somebody else's shots.
Yeah, you wonder, don't you? Another beer garden.
The only time I know my wife and I have ever been photographed was we were attending a party thrown by the hotel in Jamaica, and somebody took shots that they bought back, and so we were in some of their promotional photos.
Oh, really? Wow.
In the background, yeah. Never. I guess they had no way of contacting us, so it didn't bother me. But it was kind of a surprise when I went back to the resort's webpage and saw myself staring back at me.
I mean, what are the odds of that happening?
Well, it happens a lot when I go into a post office. You know, obviously it's been years since they have wanted posters in post offices, but I remember I was going with this girl in New York, and I met her parents for the first time, and which is always great fun. And her mother says, I think I've seen you someplace before. And I said, maybe it was the post office. She goes, no, maybe it was the bank. Went totally over her head. So the mini rail was a great way to get around. As a matter of fact, it was so popular that when it first got on there, you could ride it as long as you wanted. And then they realized people just getting on it to go around one or two or more times to get the view and to relax their feet. So they had to change the system where you had to get off at the next station and pay to get back on again. And now we're on the Skyway, back at La Ronde. The smoking lamp is out.
Her hair is like the actress in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the theater where the Hellzapoppin show was held inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking the other Expo theater.
No.
One by the main gate. Yeah.
Right. The Gyrotron.
That theater was the Garden of the Stars.
That's right. That's the name of it. Right. Thank you. Fort Edmonton. There's the Gyrotron again. To me,
An unusual ride, to say the least.
Yeah, it was to me the biggest disappointment probably at Expo. It was so cool looking, and you got on it, and the ride was really neat. And then you got in and go, "What the hell was that?"
The ride system was cool. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the sort of the omnivores that went straight down. That was nice. But then that weird robot at the end, I was just like, "What?
Yeah.
What was that?"
The tower just got removed. Le Spiral or whatever.
Yeah, the spiral. They're just taking it down this week.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't get out there fast enough.
Which is sad because it started in Switzerland at the Swiss National Exposition.
Yeah, it was at Expo 64, and they brought it over here.
Yeah,
these guys going down reminded me when I worked for the phone company going down poles. I never meant to go down that fast, but boy, if you slip, ouch. But I like this guy. I thought did a nice job. He did nice long shots of things and didn't do the 2 seconds of this, 3 seconds of that. There's the wind sculpture outside Switzerland. Some kid just threw a rock in the water. Keep it up, kid. The whole thing is going to fill up.
I imagine that was a loud. Hovercrafts are loud generally.
Very loud. And this
Actually,
is
the new ones aren't because they cowled the fan blade and makes a lot less noise.
This is neat because you can see it launch itself.
This is when they discovered Bob forgot the mooring ropes. It was supposed to stay up there, but
yeah. And off we go. Yeah, this thing was loud. It was like 2 jet engines.
Wow.
The river, by the way, this year with the drought was down something like 15 feet. So, a lot of the construction, the rocks and everything that they had put in for Expo were seeing the light of day for the first time since they built the site. And you still see some of the parts of the concrete slab that this thing came up on are still on the edge of the shore today. So man in the community. This was open air pavilion. So if it rained, the thing came in. The whole thing was about how mankind has to live in better synchronization with the world. Otherwise pollution, everything will, destroy it.
We're not far off the mark.
No, it's very, very forward thinking for the time. Of course, how many trees did they have to destroy to build that? But that's another story. And off to Habitat. I just saw 3 apartments or 3 units up for sale at Habitat, and I was looking at it in spectacular views and everything. And then I had to remind myself, winter, winter, winter.
Yes. How much were they going for?
It was in Canadian dollars, but between 800,000 and 1.3.
Wow. For a 1,200 square foot apartment?
One of them was 3 cubes. It was actually quite large.
Hmm.
It was a 2-level one. They had a staircase going up from one set to the other set inside. But like I said, the views were spectacular. One made a big point, and it still had all the original kitchen appliances. And for those that are purists, now you have to say a 60-year-old dishwasher is probably doing real well. But
Yeah.
they built them better back then than they did now, so it might do better than the current one.
There was a repairman on Facebook who was talking about that I found yesterday. He was saying that Speed Queen mechanical dishwashers can last up to 20 years now if you buy them, but don't get any of as little electronics as possible.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay. And he's right.
My grandmother had a refrigerator, which when she died, went to my parents' house. So when they passed away, it's now at somebody else's. But I mean, that refrigerator is probably now 75 years old and was still going. It ices up all the time. You have to no automatic defrost in the freezer. But trying to get 75 years out of a refrigerator today, good luck.
Does it have the coils on the top?
I don't believe that it did. No, actually, I remember the refrigerator that replaced was a gas-powered refrigerator, which
yes, propane.
Astonished me as a kid. Burn gas to make cold.
That's what they use up in Alaska. They use propane refrigerators.
Yeah. Well,
my uncle actually
how
had
it
one.
works, but that's why I became an electrical engineer and not mechanical. Too hard for me to absorb. So I don't have any idea exactly when this was shot, but probably mid-year. You could tell it wasn't early on because Africa Pavilion had a paint job that was done after it had been open a month or two. They redid the painting on it. Everybody's wearing lightweight clothes. We don't see any hats or scarves, so it's not near the end. That's still there today as the casino. Little bandstand off to the side there, the side view of it. Germany. No, you weren't supposed to go in the fountains, but I guess if you had a lot of day of walking.
That woman's got too much stuff.
Well, it does show that it's probably summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those tent ceilings.
Yeah, they tested it out here at Expo and it worked so well. That's just what they ended up using for the Munich Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I thought this guy did a nice job. He's indoors right now and he's obviously adjusted for light and that sort of thing.
Yep. Oh, that's a neat car.
Yeah, it's I forget which brand it was. I don't think it's BMW. I have pictures, stills of it. I have to go look at. And again, I'll do more color grading and more, light correction on it when I get into the next phase, whenever that might be.
It looks pretty good now.
Yeah, the computer on its first pass did a pretty good job. It was actually a fairly dark looking overall, and it brightened it up really well. And also, did the normal stabilization, which is why you see the borders move around.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, a couple bad sprocket holes.
That was the day the earthquake hit Montreal.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey, considering how old it is, it's in great shape.
It really is.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is this section here, I can go back and scan it backwards and try to pick up the other side of the sprocket holes and then rerun it forward in the computer. So I gotta play with it some more.
Bill, you really should teach a class on how to use Photoshop. I'm sorry, you're so good at this.
Asbestos Plaza, that's Engineers Plaza down there. All us engineers should be happy we were recognized.
I don't think you'd see that many stairs used now.
What's that?
I said, I don't think you'd see that many stairs used now.
No, no.
That's cool.
The Caddy Mavic, yeah.
Even that, you have to climb up the stairway to get to the top.
Or you could take a funicular railroad. Indians of Canada.
Boy, windy day.
Over there, they had maritime provinces, and they were had a ship they were building. Hostess is going by. They had the coolest outfits. Italy. And we're back to LaRonde. And it looks like we're getting a Dutch dancing exhibition. I think sore feet were the order of the day here.
Oh my God.
Oh, and then there's just some other views outside of Expo. You might, if you, I have no idea where the military is all going in this particular day. Oh, they're in Detroit. That's what it is. They went to Detroit, and that's when they were having all the riots. So the military was there for that. I was also there right at this period of time. We were on our way to Philmont Scout Reservation. We went through Detroit after they had all the riots, and people were not happy to see a bus of 40 white kids sitting there staring at all the burned out buildings. It looked like we were there tourists taking advantage of their misfortune, but no, we were just trying to get through Detroit on our way to Custer Air Force Base, where we spent the night. So let's see what we got coming up here next. Okay, now we're gonna hop around. We're gonna go just doing this in no particular, actually alphabetical order. We're going from Expo to 67 to Expo 82. So we're gonna go see some of Knoxville. So for those who have not been there, this park, Expo or 82 World's Fair was done on a former rail yard, which they still had to leave a operational train track right smack dab through the middle of the park because they still needed to get trains, through Knoxville. So periodically they have to stop traffic and let a train go. They got most of them to go at night. But if you go there today, the park, they've done a very nice job of putting a park in there, unlike some places like New Orleans, with its next to no sign of a World's Fair. Knoxville did it. We're up in the Sun Sphere there, which has been reopened. You can go up to the top and get a view of the grounds. Be interesting to go back and compare these shots to Knoxville today and see how much it's grown. The United States Pavilion, and the wind sculpture was a experimental wind turbine being changed by the winds out there. After the fair ended, the U.S. Pavilion sat there for years and years and years, and they couldn't figure out what to do with it until they finally let it decay to the point where it had to be taken down. Sounds sort of like 1964 all over again.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yep.
This Sun Sphere has a restaurant up top. If you are a fan of The Simpsons, they go there, and it's called the Wig Sphere. It's a weird episode, but again, I guess all Simpsons are weird. China was a huge disappointment to everybody. It turned out to be nothing but a giant gift shop. So we're on the Skyway right now, which is obviously just a chairlift for a ski resort, but they did that for a whole bunch of World's Fairs at that point in time. The site wasn't big enough to have the semi-obligatory monorail. Oh, as long as we're at it, why don't we go visit Graceland?
Elvis was still around at this point, wasn't he?
60. I don't think so. Yeah, or 82. No, I think he was gone by 82.
Oh, it's 82. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
gone
he
back-
died in
died
77.
Yeah.
77.
77. Yep.
I
About
grew up in
$100
Memphis.
to go in there today.
$100 to go to Graceland?
$100 and $10 to park.
Wow. That's
Elvis
almost as
is
bad as a
not dead.
Disney World ticket.
Elvis is not dead. He's just gone back home.
Think how much money I'm saving you today.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I didn't spend the money. I saw the admission and turned around and left.
Oh no, you got to see Graceland. It's
No, you
funny.
don't.
I went there just I was in town as a tourist, and I went, but I had to go back for a lawsuit. I was testifying in a trial, and the attorney that I was with said, "Hey, I've never been to Graceland. Do you mind if we go?" And I said, "If you're paying for it, we'll go." And he goes, "Hey, no, the client's paying for it. Let's go." So we got to see it.
Somebody videotaped the whole tour and they put it on YouTube. You can see the whole thing in 15 minutes.
It's just kind of cool to go there, see his
I'm
old.
surprised they didn't get sued.
What's that?
I'm surprised they got whoever put that film up, video up, didn't get sued.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I had friends who would get summer jobs as tour guides at Graceland, and they would always come back with really interesting stories about all the unusual tourists. It's always a lot of
They won't show you the bathroom that Elvis died in either.
Right.
No, you can't go upstairs at all, can you?
Oh, I thought
Yeah, the more advanced tour for additional money.
Yeah.
You can't see the throne that he died on.
Yeah, that's right above the main entrance.
Yeah, the king died on the throne.
Okay, if you want to go to Graceland to see where he died on the throne, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Now, can anybody identify this area? There's a couple of places in here. I'm not sure where they are.
Oh,
No,
That's Oklahoma City.
Where is it?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City.
That's what I was.
might be.
City.
That's
That's
what I
our
was
train
gonna say.
station there.
It's the state capital, Oklahoma City.
yeah. The
Oh,
oil
yes.
wells.
And then look at all the oil wells. Yep, sure enough.
Yeah, the oil wells.
Black gold.
Texas tea.
I don't think they're there anymore. I think they're all down now.
Yeah, they are. That's on Route 66. I've prowled that place quite a bit.
What's
No,
the
I don't know
interstate
where-
that
Taos or someplace?
Taos, you think?
don't know.
That's hard to say.
Grand Canyon?
No,
No, not deep enough.
I'm thinking Colorado. But who
Where
knows, it
do you
might
see
be
the
Colorado River.
reindeers?
He's trying to get upstream that? Good luck.
This is the sort of thing where, again, you don't know what you're going to get. So when I got this film, I bought it and it said, Knoxville World's Fair. And I said, okay, we'll see what else is on it. And you'll see, to my surprise, we have another World's Fair surprise coming up in it.
Looks like the A-frame at Onteora.
I know. It's in better shape, though, right?
I always like A-frame. I don't think they build those anymore, but I've always loved those A-frame houses. They're kind of cool.
Leanne stayed in one all the time, Bill.
Yeah. Well, back when we worked at camp, those were sacred ground. It was Ken Heim area.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where the Skyway is taking us.
Get up to the man.
Let's see, what's it say there? Something
Peak.
Like Sandia Peak.
Sandia Peak, yep.
Sandia Peak.
So this section here is for Cody.
Definitely a female horse. With pink nails.
Right.
Pink feet.
Whoa. And she has an English saddle on that horse, not a Western.
Yeah, hi. Hi, people from the future. Let's see if I don't remember how much of this family stuff there is, but I'll jump it up here. Oh, okay, here we go.
LA?
It looks like OA City Hall.
I was going to say, it looks like City Hall.
No,
No, it's not.
it
It's
wasn't.
not. It's
No?
not LA.
No.
Not LA.
We're not going to see Superman come over it?
No, or Dragnet. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
Get a
dun,
hint
dun,
of where we are.
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
He was a
Hawaii?
genius. He was a genius, Jack Webb.
Oh
Oh, it
yeah.
was. Is this Hawaii, Bill?
Nope.
No.
You'll see more coming up in a second.
Oh, so I'm gonna guess San Antonio, right?
Yes, we have a winner.
Well, you said the
Give a
World's
cookie.
Fair. Yeah.
Wow, I don't even reckon. I mean, I've been to San Antonio a lot. Didn't
Yeah.
look a thing like this.
We go through different gardens here. Hang on. Oh, we're at the Mexico border here.
Probably Juarez.
¿Dónde está inglés?
It's not Tijuana. It's not a Tombstone.
Tombstone.
The OK Corral. Let's go have a shootout. This was super overexposed.
My sister and I
Johnny
went-
Ringo's.
my sister and I once- my sister and I once broke into the OK Corral when we were young. They closed a little
No,
early.
less, no more.
They wouldn't let us in, so we climbed over the wall.
Oh, I love some of these things, like, let's just go back to this other tombstone.
Uy, that is over.
Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44, no
No
less.
less, no more.
Oh,
These are not real tombstones, are they?
I have no idea if these are just made up stuff.
Yeah.
They had to replace them all. People stole them. That's what the Stones originally said, but they had to replace them.
So they did actually say that. Okay.
Yes.
oh yeah.
But sometime in the 40s or 50s, people just took them.
Yeah. So are we in Mexico now?
We're in Mexico, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tijuana.
I don't think it's Tijuana. I think
Yeah,
it's Juarez or one of those down there
Oh,
off of Texas.
The border towns.
There it is, El Paso.
So
oh, okay.
the tall buildings were, that's El Paso in
Yeah,
the back, right?
I
There's
think
the
I know where that
Alamo.
is.
Yeah.
It's
There's
the
a
Alamo.
bicycle in the basement.
Is that the Alamo?
It's
That's the
It's the
Alamo.
Alamo.
There's no doubt about it.
Right off the Riverwalk.
We'll
Yep.
see that coming up.
Somebody said the Alamo was relocated. That's not its original location. Is that true?
That's not true. If you go there, where the original walls around it were, you can see outlines in the pavement. So the area the Alamo took up is much smaller, but the chapel building and some of the barracks are all where they used to be.
Okay.
And now we're up at the top of the Tower of the Americas, looking down at the Expo, what you call it, the HemisFair 68 site. Again, super overexposed. I'm gonna have to keep working more on this. That was the US Pavilion down there, which became a courthouse.
No, that wasn't the US Pavilion. That's the convention center.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I'm
that's the
sorry.
convention center.
Okay.
Yeah, courthouse is across the fair from it,
Right.
about half a mile.
Yeah, no, they just tore down the what you call it, the Texas Pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pity. That was a cool building.
That could have been used for some, there's the courthouse and the US
Yeah.
Pavilion.
Yeah, the curved building off away from the circular building was the Texas Pavilion.
That Texas pavilion could have been used for so many different things rather than just tearing it down.
Well, I guess it was used for the state museum for all these years, and
That's
they
it here. Yeah.
outwore it, outgrew it, and they're going to do something else with it.
Yeah, they're gonna tear down the courthouse too eventually.
That's been kind of been rumored for several years now. I've heard that they're not going to now, but I don't know how true that is.
Well, I hope they don't. There's not a lot left of that there anymore.
Yeah, they've done a lot of nice things to the grounds recently. I'm friends with Christopher Medina on Facebook. He gave a talk on HemisFair a while back on Bill's
Yep,
Zoom.
I
He gave us
remember.
a great tour of the site. We met up with him and spent the day with him, and obviously he knows the stuff down pat.
Yeah, but he's constantly posting pictures of the new stuff they've done, and it's a very attractive park now. But so it had kind of gone into, hadn't been kept up.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. It just isn't.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of trees. The old Kodak Pavilion is still there.
Well, and the women's
Untouched.
pavilion is there too, but I think just kind of boarded up.
It was.
Yeah, I got pictures inside, but shooting all the handprints on that one always fascinated me. And the RCA Pavilion, I think it was RCA Pavilion, is now a police substation. That's
Yeah,
about
we
all
went
it's
there. It
left.
was closed for the day. I was hoping they'd let us in, but it was closed.
I've stayed in most of the hotels around here.
The Hyatt was built with modular construction, just like the Disney Contemporary Resort.
Yep. I remember we had a Worldcon, a science fiction convention there. And they actually put out notices in everyone's room that if you see strange people in the hallway, don't be too concerned. It's just a science fiction convention.
I think I'd still be concerned.
There's the tower.
Yep. You can still go up there. Still got a rotating restaurant up there.
And we went up there and had a nice view from up there. That wasn't cheap to ride up.
Nope, it's not cheap to eat there either.
We didn't eat there. We ate down at Riverwalk.
Yeah, but if you eat up there, they don't charge you for the elevator ride to the top.
Well, that's good to know.
That's good.
And
You
all
won't
those
have to
towers.
left.
They get you one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, there's towers like that all over Niagara Falls, Chicago. If you want to eat up there, you get a free ride to the top.
If you can afford the restaurant, I guess that's good. I'm not sure where this garden is. Does anybody recognize it?
No.
Oh, sir.
I tell you one thing I've had some amazing success with still pictures is sticking them into Google, and it just comes up with Bangle Bangle, whatever it is. So sometimes I've grabbed still frames off the films and put them in there to try to identify it. Monorail
Really?
track.
Yeah, so some of the rides are still there from HemisFair. Yeah. Those canals are all now gone.
Yes, and then we just go back to family stuff. So let me see what else we have here. Okay, just did this one recently. Let's go visit. We're gonna go from San Antonio, Texas to the North Pole of New York.
Oh, cool. Santa's Workshop.
Yeah.
I'm still meaning to get up there. It's only about a 3-hour drive from here.
Actually, hang on a second. Did we do this one? No, I think this one's new. I've got a couple of Santa Workshop ones coming up.
Cool.
Don, are they open year round?
Actually, ironically, they're not open much in the winter. I'll check it.
I thought they were open on weekends or something in winter.
Yeah, it's because they can't get much help. 1 second, I'll look. Is it Santa's Workshop or Santa's Village? Santa's Village. No, Santa's Workshop in Wilmington, New York.
I think you did show us a Santa's Workshop video, I don't know, 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
I've had a number of them.
Bill, how long have you've been doing this with us?
5 years.
Almost 6.
Oh my God. And you haven't run out of stuff yet.
No, I tell you, you have to see my garage to understand it.
Well,
You should give us a picture.
He gets new mail delivery every day, so he's never going to run out.
Someday when you move, you're going to have to reckon with all that.
I remember going to Santa's Village for the first time. I was about 8 years old, and I think there's a shot coming up of the North Pole. And I was amazed that it was frozen there in the middle of summer. Well, Carol lived out here, and they had Santa's Village up in Lake Arrowhead, and they had the same thing. Turned out there's a company that's one of the things they sell is frozen frozen poles. Hang on, it's just looping back into Expo, which we don't need to do that.
For those of you who are interested, Santa's Workshop is open November 22nd through December 21st and November 28th. Weekends only, 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So not open very long.
So
we have to make a run up there to tell Santa what I want for Christmas.
So,
the Chile Pavilion at Expo 92 in Seville, they had a big chunk of glacier, or it might have been a small portion of an iceberg inside their pavilion that they kept, frozen.
There was a piece of iceberg. That was the whole big publicity thing they did about bringing it there.
Yeah, it was a nice pavilion. Yeah, it really was.
Now in this one, we're back at Lake George again, and I don't know exactly which lake this is here, but we're gonna get a real teaser where we think we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go someplace else. Hey, looks like we're gonna go to Frontier Town, right?
Woohoo!
Ooh, but we're not.
Well, you got the entrance.
Yep. So let's go driving up through.
They were too cheap to go in.
Little fake out.
I think someone's at the door, Bill.
I think Carol went to get it.
No, somebody was just talking on one of the other folks talking. So we're gonna go back to the North Pole. Look how empty the roads are.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of people at North Pole, New York either.
Bill, these movies of the Santa's Workshop and all, they're very saturated. Is that the film stock that was used, or?
Yeah, I was just talking to Carol about it, how certain ones held the colors really well. These particular ones I don't believe this was Kodachrome. because when you look at the edge of the film stock, we'll say Kodachrome. These just said color safety film. It didn't say who the manufacturer of it was. So I don't know for this batch what sort of stock we're looking at, but it did hold up pretty well compared to some, Agpo or some of the others.
Right.
So pay your money, get your food.
Doesn't take them long to figure out you bought food.
Yeah.
Well, two things here that I see regarding the color in this film is number one, it's an overcast day. So there aren't harsh shadows to wash out color. And number two, it seems like that his exposure is he's got a good exposure on here. Well, here it's a little bit light, but his exposure is good, which helps keep the colors saturated. You can see the sky is a little washed out, so it's a little overexposed there. But the rest of the film, it's got good exposure, which helps maintain the color saturation on an overcast boat like this.
Keep in mind that some of this has been computer adjusted already. Again, this film is fairly dark, and the computer, oh, hello, puppy. The computer's done a fairly good job of bringing light out of it. Sometimes that then blows out other areas. When it's getting the majority of it, the sky can end up blown out.
Oh, well, then how much different is this compared to what the original was, Bill?
Since you asked, I'll show you it just as soon as we're done with this.
Oh, okay. And you said the dogs are there?
She's complaining because I don't have my feet up, so she can't jump up on my lap, which she is now just done. And I was mentioning to Carol what this lady does next, coming up.
The first elf on a shelf.
I have to go my initials into it.
I thought for sure she could get her lips stuck on it.
Right.
Come on, guys, take off.
No Rudolph to lead the way.
What's that?
There wasn't a Rudolph to lead the way. I think they all just had black noses, all those reindeer.
Yeah, maybe Rudolph would take them off. Okay, let me see. So this is Lake George number 17. Oof. Okay. So this is the same one, the raw. Whoops, I lost my screen here. Where do you go?
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, no, I clicked on it. This is the same movie again before it's gone through the process. So you can
Dear
see
Lord, it was scratched.
Dirt and scratches and that sort of stuff. Like there, you can't even really tell there's a road. But if we jump up to North Pole,
not too bad.
Yeah, the color saturation is still there.
Right.
So.
Well, like say, in that shot there, the little, you couldn't see the doorway or anything in it. When you go back and compare it, it does a nice job. There goes Santa.
Yeah, he looks very discouraged.
He probably saw the take for the day, and it was not what he expected. So let's go here to what's next. We got all right. We're at Marineland in Florida.
I'm assuming this was related, to Marineland of the Pacific.
Yeah, I imagine that they probably had some relationship. Last I knew, this was still there. I don't know if it is or not anymore.
It wasn't operating last I knew, but the buildings were there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's Marineland of Florida.
Yeah.
Let's see if someone reopened the dang that thing. There was one in Texas that didn't fare so well out on,
That was SeaWorld, I think.
no, there's one in San Antonio, but there was a Marineland out on Galveston Island.
Oh, okay.
And I toured it after it was abandoned. I have pictures somewhere.
They probably related to California for sure, because that signage right there looks just like the one.
Yeah,
Marineland of the Pacific.
the same script font. But the Pacific one was such a masterpiece of mid-century architecture.
Oh, it had those great stadiums and stuff. Yeah.
Wear a mask.
So Wikipedia says that the Georgia Aquarium purchased Marineland of Florida in 2011.
What?
But then in 2019, it was sold to a group called the Dolphin Discovery Group, who renamed it the Marineland Dolphin Adventure. But then in March of this year, the Dolphin Company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So it's not totally clear what the status is now.
Let's see, I'm looking at. They've reopened.
Okay.
And they're fine. They had an actual order to cease and desist, but they reopened. As of November 2025, they're open.
All right.
They've had a rough history.
Yeah, sounds kind of up and down.
Yeah, we went to Marineland as the Florida when we took a trip down to Florida for spring break in college. So I think that would have been around 1970, 71. I forget it was 70 because they were still building Disney World when we went down. So we did all the touristy type stuff.
There used to be another marine attraction, not as big as Marineland and less devoted to showbiz, and I think that's gone now.
Yeah, so many things have vanished over the years, particularly, Disney being an attraction killer. Everybody flies to Orlando, goes to Disney, goes to Universal, flies home. Everything in between is sort of hurting.
Yep.
But I still remember even as a jaded college student, I thought it was a good time. We enjoyed it.
Did Cypress Gardens ever reopen?
I believe they did. No, the Mid-Century Hotel there. I don't know why this keeps looping back to earlier movies. I must have set some setting there that I'm gonna have to unset. So let's see what else we have. So let's see. Well, we could do some really esoteric stuff there. Okay, why don't we do something really esoteric? Here, 1 second.
Here's news from 3 days ago. This says that Marineland is being bought by a local group of environmental and dolphin activists.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. The animals will treat better.
Yeah.
So if you are familiar with up north at all, Fort Ord was a giant Army base up in Northern California, which in the 90s fell victim to the Base Realignment Act and was closed down, and then became one of the giant, biggest of all the Superfund sites because of all the exploded ammunition and traces of napalm and everything else that they did out there. But this is when it was still an active base, and somebody went out to visit, I think their son or whatever, but we can see having a nice picnic. And now we put on a show for the parents.
For recruits, their hair is long.
Now I'm going to show you how we learn to kill people.
Bill, what year is this?
I'd have to go and look. I think it was around 73.
Okay.
Someone's gonna get in the 1%.
I've just stabbed him in the back and I'm laying his body down. I feel like we should have some John Philip Sousa music playing.
Theme from
I'll get
Gomer
my
Pyle.
kazoo.
Yeah, the theme for Gomer Pyle. Lots of empty seats there in the grandstands.
Yeah,
Which is a shame.
it is. Who knows? It's maybe a rehearsal or something.
Could be.
And the big shot goes by and watches them in review.
And he knows if he lets go of that bar, the private's going to hit the gas.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta call Blink.
So anybody having flashbacks to Close Order Drill?
I was thinking about Monty Python. Anyone for marching around the square?
Or the Bill Murray movie.
Oh, Stripes, yeah.
Where's your sergeant? Blown up, sir.
You know that from Stripes, they had the Urban Combat Assault Vehicle, or whatever they called it, the motor.
Yes, the EM50.
Yeah. Well, somebody kept stealing it out of the Warner Brothers. Stop this here 1 second. Kept stealing it out of the Warner Brothers motor pool, and he was take it to his house and show all the kids in the area, you know, the thing. And they would say, "What'd you do that for?" They'd bring it back, but somebody said, "How's he keep getting it out the gate?" And I said, "It looks like any other RV." So now we get
That was what it was supposed to look like.
Yep. Now I believe we're off to San Francisco.
Is that New Orleans, maybe?
No, San Francisco's North Beach area.
Yeah, you're right, San Francisco.
Yeah, back when I worked at Warner Brothers, the motor pool had that. We had the original Ectomobile from Ghostbusters sitting there. The Batmobile from the Tim Burton movie. You just walk into the motor pool and the stuff was all just sitting there. Then after a while, people decided this is valuable. Maybe we gotta go put it someplace safe.
Didn't Jeff Dunham buy the Batmobile?
What's that?
Didn't Jeff Dunham buy the Batmobile?
Well, there were a couple of different models of it.
Because I know he did a thing with Jay Leno in one of them, and it was like impossible to get into.
Yeah, well, each movie has come up with its own version of the Batmobile. Oh, here's Lombard Street. Okay, guys, what cars are these?
Well, what was that truck that was going down first?
Let's go by.
Volkswagen, well, bugging behind, but it looks like Chevy in the front.
What's that?
The Volkswagen looks
That's
like
a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
That's
But
a Volkswagen?
was it custom converted to a truck?
I'm not sure if they made that. It may be, but they would have to have extended the frame.
Yeah. The front sure looks like a bug. Yeah.
Try that again.
There's a company in Texas that now is doing crazy things with them.
That's a weird looking one.
Yeah.
Is there a year on this reel?
We'll go back and look it up in just a second.
No problem.
Late 60s.
Yeah, I was
hang
gonna
on
say
one
that.
second. So this is miscellaneous reel 38. Let me go to my log here. Scanning log. Miscellaneous.
Well, I was going to say early 70s. That vehicle there right here, doesn't it have square headlights or does that have round headlights?
Round.
Round
Oh,
with a square chrome.
with a square frame. Okay.
And it's a Chrysler product, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Can't drive down that street anymore. You have to walk it.
Oh, you can't drive
No
anymore?
more cars?
Nope.
Oh.
No?
At least when I was there 5-6 years ago, you had to walk it.
Huh.
And the guys who have driveways are screwed.
I'll have to
Parking's
look-
bad enough.
I'll have to look up the year later. The
No problem.
screen was blanking it out.
When I took driver's ed in high school, we learned to drive in those big Chrysler barges,
Oh, yeah.
which was so practical. You know, I mean, none of us were driving big cars.
They say only 5% of Americans know how to drive a clutch.
Yeah, out here we call them the anti-theft devices.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't driven one in years.
Every now and then you get to a restaurant and the sign will say valet parking, no stick, no stick
Yeah.
shifts. We're gonna get another World's Fair treat here in a moment.
Palace of Fine Arts.
Yep, you got
I
it.
recognize the pool right there.
Yep,
And the ducks.
That's before they rebuilt it too, isn't it?
yep.
It's the original.
Well, it had been rebuilt once already.
Oh, okay.
It was rebuilt in like 66, 67. They had to redo it again after the, not totally rebuilt it, but the Loma Prieta earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
It got a lot of damage.
Ah, the Swan. Mama Rebel Wings. Thunderbird.
Yeah, look at some of those cars thinking early 70s is probably right.
Yeah.
A couple of Fords in there that look like the early 70s Fords.
Looks like a Mustang in the background.
Yep,
Top.
there was one there, yep.
Like a 69 Mustang.
Top goes down, price goes up.
Anybody recognize this garden?
I was gonna guess like Mission. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Something to do with the mission system. That could be Mission San Francisco. I don't know if that even exists.
Yeah,
It's definitely a good shot. He's got 2 marksman medals.
Maybe Mission Dolores could be.
And now we go just a more family silliness. So let's go visit Disneyland, shall we?
That's red.
So let's see, this should be Disneyland 1967. He's a pretty peppy guy. This is a big year for Disneyland, just getting their new Tomorrowland.
Haunted Mansion, no, Pirates of the Caribbean opens up this year too.
Yep.
And look how empty the restaurant is.
Yep.
It's just early in the day.
Yeah, that could be.
And tiki.
But you see a lot of people walking around.
Columbia.
67 was the first time I went to Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking for myself in these movies.
I'm was here this year as well, so I'm keeping an eye out. I was a little kid.
Hey, there he is.
Now, Bill, that's on a track, right? That's not,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Be crazy if you did see yourself, huh, Don?
Pardon me?
I said it would be crazy if you did see yourself.
Yep.
Bill, I know I've asked this before. Why doesn't Columbia run anymore?
It still does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Oh.
just on high capacity days.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And they use it for part of Phantasmic too.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it run, I don't think since the maybe early 70s.
Oh, no, it's been running. Like I said, it's used in the Phantasmic show. But they generally only use it on high capacity, high crowd days.
Right.
And we saw the Burrows last time. We'll see more of them now.
Rainbow Ridge.
My favorite ride.
What's that?
The Burrows.
And when did this ride close down?
1979.
Oh no, it was early in that. It was about 72 or so.
Oh.
I started in 76 and it was gone. It's funny, I still remember the name of the guy that ran all this, Owen Pope.
Really? Is that him in the front?
No, that was I think one of his kids. He ran the whole stables, and that might be him.
Good work.
He lived on the Disney site there at the stables. And after they retired them, he took a lot of the animals off to another place, and he just didn't abandon them. He took good care of them. Disney helped subsidize it, even though they weren't being used for the park anymore.
So I see mostly kids, or only kids. Was there a weight requirement? You had to weigh under a certain amount?
Yeah, but it did fit adults. I mean, today we probably wouldn't fit most adults today, but back then it did.
Yeah. I went to Yosemite several years ago with a couple of friends. We were going to do the horseback riding, and I was the only one that met the weight requirements. The other two guys were too big.
Yeah. That was always a fun thing when they'd actually teach you in a class at Disneyland how to address the oversized guest.
And how did you?
With tact and grace.
Yeah, the airlines, we had the same thing.
Yeah, because we had certain things. If you wanted to get on Space Mountain and the lap bar didn't come down, you couldn't ride. So we would have to try to spot people in advance before they got there and suggest you might not want to go wait on this line because it was very awkward at times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, the same like with the airline. You had to. Can you put those armrests down? That was they couldn't, so either got removed or bought a second seat.
Yeah, they charge you for overweight luggage, but if you weigh 300 pounds, that's okay.
Yeah.
Today you just inconvenience the person next to you.
What became of these submarines? Where are the submarines today?
The subs are still there today, but they're painted bright yellow.
Yeah.
Are they still that style though, or are they that more?
They're the exact same subs.
Oh, okay. Not. I thought they're like more Jules Verne style.
Well, you talk about cramped seating.
Yeah, I've been on this.
Is the skate an actual U.S. sub?
Yes. Yeah, an attack sub. They were named after current U.S. Navy boats. So you had the George Washington, the Ethan Allen, those were missile boats. Then you had some of the attack boats like the Skate, and you also had the Nautilus, which was a research boat.
restaurants were a little more crowded there, so it must have been later in the day.
Yeah. There's Small World.
Get dizzy looking at that.
Yeah, we're up on the Skyway bouncing our way across the park.
Look,
Weird chairs outside Monsanto.
I didn't know they had those
Great.
serpentine telephone booths there.
Yeah,
Is that what that was? Yeah.
looked like it.
Yeah.
Can you guess what year this is? What year is this?
67.
67.
7. So these kids are senior citizens today.
I know. I look at some of these things and think about, oh wow, you know, look at that little kid. Think he's probably on Social Security now.
That's right.
Oh, damn.
Well, 67, I would have been 10. And I'm pushing 69 in January.
Oh, you're still a youngster.
Oh yeah, I'm a kid.
Somebody got a kick out of all the cars in the parking lot with the different license plates.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Yeah.
And we're back at Marineland.
I'm just wishing this guy had cleaned his camera gate.
Yeah, look at all that stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned the mid-century architecture. We'll get some nice views here.
Yeah, it really was really nice, nice work.
I think it was William Luckman and Associates did a bunch of them.
Mhm.
Always wonder how they support themselves out of the water doing that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Strong tails.
Is that a natural habit or were they trained to do that?
No, they do it. I guess they do it to emphasize it, but you do see them in that wild doing it.
Hey, Bill, you didn't clean your scanner when you scanned this film. Look at all
No,
that
that's
dirt
on-
top and the bottom.
That's on the film.
No, I think that's your scanner. You better check it.
No. You can't make me do that. No, that's the trouble. If people didn't clean the gate back when they did it, and a lot of times they didn't even know it was there because the projector gate was even smaller, so sometimes it just masked it. But you can see, obviously, I'm doing full frame of the scan. I'll crop it in a bit and take some of that out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to crop it. Yeah.
Color is really nice on these.
Yeah, definitely.
No, don't crop it. It's like we're looking through a window that's got some landscaping and some leaves outside. So no, don't crop it. As a matter of fact, I can't stand what they do today to the older television shows that they rerun.
Yeah.
You know, they crop them to 16:9, and I can't stand it because it just takes away from the scenery.
Yeah. Looks like a shark fin at the bottom though. Fits in.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
see how far that guy
fin.
stuck
It
his arm?
does.
That guy stuck his arm way down into that sea lion or the whatever the thing is there, orca's mouth, and it's like, wow, he's
Is that a beluga?
not sure what it is. I thought belugas were white. I'm not
It's
sure.
not an orca.
Right. Yeah.
He's got one set of teeth though. I wouldn't be sticking my hand in there.
Yep.
Yeah, when we were doing test material for HDTV in the early 90s, we had a cut of Murder, She Wrote, and we couldn't use it because when you cut it down to 16:9, the threatening gun was out of the picture, and you couldn't understand why people were saying the dialogue.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you know what's worse is when someone uploads an older video that's been formatted 4:3 to YouTube and they don't know any better and it gets rescanned to 16:9. So it's just spread out wide. Everybody's heads are flat and all the scenes are flat. It's just, get with the program.
One of the things I hate is when they take some modern footage and decide they have to age it, it's back in 1968, this happened, and you're showing us the picture of a totally modern thing, but you add in all the digital dirt and scratches.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a trendy thing. Yeah.
Or let's film this, hold the phone vertically, but then we have to show it on a horizontal screen. So let's just, put stuff on either side blurry.
if you can identify someone who does that, I'd be happy to join a goon squad to visit them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I go with you.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
that whale is a pilot whale.
Pilot whale, thank you. Okay. I didn't think it was a beluga.
Yeah, no, the beluga is white. They're
right.
similar in their shape and size, but the beluga is the white and the pilot whale is the darker gray.
Great.
And he has an airplane nearby. It's real easy to find him that way.
He puts his arm all the way down to the elbow inside to feed
Wow.
It's like, wow. Of course, now today he goes by the name Lefty, but
Yeah, a couple nights ago I was surfing YouTube. I found it was behind the scenes. I think it was taken with probably an 8mm camera of either Here's Lucy or The Lucy Show. And the person had put all these like sparkly things in it. I don't know what the point of it was. But
yeah,
just detracted from what was really an interesting collection of behind the scene film.
Okay, we got a little Japanese type garden here. And we're going to be going to visit Disneyland.
Oh, is this that deer park?
This is Buena Park. I've got some really good footage of that on another reel.
This was a Japanese deer park, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So now we get to see the Disneyland Hotel. Waking up in the morning, getting ready for a visit to Mickey. There goes the monorail.
Is that your software, Bill, that's doing the stabilizing?
Well, it's not anything I wrote, but yeah, it's my software on my computer doing it.
Okay.
Has anybody here ever stayed at the Disneyland Hotel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never have. It's too expensive.
Hey, the last time we did it was so incredibly noisy. I would never stay there again.
Really?
Yeah,
I always had.
Park, the kids are hyped up. They're yelling. They're jumping. It was very noisy.
I always had cousins who lived in the vicinity, so I had a place to stay.
Yeah, Wayne, the same with us. Although we had to go down to my aunt and uncle's in San Clemente and would drive up. My parents would never spend that kind of money on a hotel.
My boss actually had an office at the Disneyland Hotel, and I'd have to go over there and meet with him periodically. So I spent a lot of time on the property, but was only stayed there, I think, twice.
Yeah, I met Dick Van Dyke at the Disneyland Hotel, actually.
Really?
Yeah. There was a fundraiser thing, and much to my surprise, I had bought a ticket to get in, but apparently somebody was sitting at his table, didn't show up, and they seated me at his table. So I spent about an hour talking with him.
That's pretty neat.
It was very
Get his
cool.
autograph? Get his autograph?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and got a picture with him too.
How long ago was this?
Coming up on 10 years.
Okay, so he's still
He's
pretty
about
elderly.
100.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
He was dancing. He was singing. He was doing all
I
sorts.
guess he would have been about 90 then, because he's going to be
He was
100.
just getting ready to turn 90.
Yeah, he's going to be 100, I think, like next month or something.
Yeah, very soon. But I'll tell you, he's the same person you see in the TV show and the movies. He's the same guy. He's the nicest guy you ever want to meet.
Yeah, he's like, to me, he's like a national treasure.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Looks like the mules have the day off today.
Were the mules an e-ticket?
I
If I
don't
remember.
know.
I don't think so.
D.
I think they were a D.
It was an e-ticket.
Was it? Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let's see what Yesterland says.
I mean, how many places do you go to ride mules, right?
Looks like a good day to visit. That's
And they're building what behind there?
Yeah, where's everybody?
What were they building behind that wall?
Yeah, I wonder what it was.
Couldn't tell where it was.
Rainbow
Planes
Ridge
with no
Tacos.
smoke. Planes with no smoke.
Yeah, definitely was an e-ticket. Wow, that surprised me.
And then we have just again a nifty, typical old hotel.
Now, we had stayed at a hotel. That would have been where he would have stayed.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else, just more motel. Oh, they go out to Calico Ghost Town. All right, so hang on, that was not great. So let's see. Okay, now we're gonna go to Disneyland on June 6th, 1961. So every now and then you get one that's very specifically dated, you know, that the people wrote it down, and you just don't have to take it from the date code or whatever on the film. So at the Disneyland Hotel, we're going to take the tram over. And we're at Main Street. This film was super, super dark. And then it gets light. So what I'll do is scan it several times and adjust it various ways and splice them all together.
How come they never considered electric trolleys and they wouldn't have to pick up the horse droppings?
This was the turn of the century that Walt remembered, I guess.
But a steamboat was popular that day.
Yeah.
1961. So I would have been 4 months old, maybe 5.
Wow.
I'd have been 9 years old.
Same here. You and I are the same age.
Yeah.
And me.
52 is a good year, huh?
Yeah. What month were you guys born in?
January.
May.
And
May.
May, okay, I'm June. I'm the youngest.
Oh, wow.
You young kids.
Yeah.
You
At
know,
least we have to listen to what
but-
Bill says.
You know, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact I'm 73. Pretty soon I'm going to have to say 74. Where the hell did that come from?
When in January?
Yep.
When?
January 27th.
Really? It's 2 days after mine,
Oh.
on the 25th.
Remember when you were a little,
So good.
when you were a little kid, you could never imagine being 50. You figure that would be ancient.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember asking my mother if I'd still be alive in the 20th century or the 20, in 2000. And she says, yeah, you'll be 42. I'm like, I'll never live that long.
Oh,
I think I'm the youngest here, and I'm 66.
Nope, gotcha. I'm going to turn 65 in February. So
Okay, you
I
get the
think I'm the
cookie.
babe.
I'm 52, so
Oh,
Yeah.
Beth wins. Beth,
Yeah. I thought
There's
Beth was
baby.
quite a bit younger than the rest of us old
Yeah.
fogies.
I didn't know Beth was here.
Beth, we thought you were 29.
You cry babies. I'm 81.
God bless you.
Wait.
No way, that's what I said.
How old do you say? 61? 61, Wayne?
81.
81.
81. 81.
I remember at my grandfather's 65th birthday, I asked him how it felt to be so old, and he said it beats the alternative.
Yeah.
so true.
Well, it took me this long to grow taller than my hair.
So I wonder if these people had had a tuna sandwich on the pirate boat back there, then gone on the
Yeah.
teacups.
That would not be a good thing to do.
On the teacups.
Yeah.
I guess all of us are pretty much retired by now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years for me.
Real quick on the teacups, anybody know about where the design from the teacups came from?
No. Tivoli Gardens?
Yeah, no, the artist, when she was doing a rough mock-up, I think it was Harriet Burns, they said, it was too bland, just have empty teacups. So she just sketched some little lines on them to give them some character in the picture. And much to her surprise, when she got to the park, they had painted them on the cups.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, an unintentional design. Now we're in the midget Autopia. So this is the one that went to Marceline.
Yep.
Did Walt feign that he was upset? Like you've ruined my ride?
No, he loved her work, and they thought it fit on there and did it. But that's why it doesn't have. They're not solid. They don't have any Disney characters or anything. Just these weird scribblings that she did on it.
Are you
Those
talking
cars are
about
gas-
Mary Blair?
I don't think Mary did those. No.
I think it was Harriet Burns.
That was Harriet Burns.
Yeah, I would. That's one lady I never got to meet, and I would have loved to.
Oh, she was lovely. She was always
Yeah.
dressed to the nines.
Mary
Yeah.
Blair?
Do those cars have gasoline engines in them, or were they electrically powered?
Gasoline.
Oh.
You always could smell them when they were refueling them, and it was just smell of exhaust.
They were gasoline. Gasoline.
Yeah, these boats are on cables, are on tracks, right?
Yes.
I love this shot. Or the one just before it with the compression of the buckets.
And now I think we're at Palomar.
Yeah.
So let's see if we have another one here for you.
Knox.
What, more
Yeah.
Disneyland?
Say hi. I'm Doodle. Ridiculous Doodle. Just close attention. Yeah.
Is this still 1961?
I don't know what year
Looks
this
li-
one is.
it
No,
looks
this
later.
is not 61. Looks a little later as the kids are more modern dressed.
Yeah, those long plaid shorts were popular, more like the mid 60s.
Right. And this is at least after 66 because
Yep.
that's a small world.
Small world. Huh. Looked like the boats were going in a different direction, but maybe not.
No.
They're making that first
Coming
loop
around
to
the
go
bend
into
at the exit.
Yeah. Raleigh's clock.
Yep.
There's a plain cup.
Yeah, a couple of them are plain, but she scribbled
Yeah.
on some of them, and there you go.
Hey, it works.
It does.
They slowed these down a while ago, didn't they?
Yep.
You cannot spin as quickly as you used to.
No, they were getting tired of protein spills.
Protein spills.
Or like the time there were three of us and they're spinning and the ride had stopped and we thought we were still spinning. We're just sitting there, laughing.
Every time I rode it, I tried to prevent the cup from spinning, which takes quite a bit of work, actually.
Yes.
But
No,
you don't
that
get
is the radio call for if you need a cleanup on the for that. It's a protein spill on the teacups.
That's funny. Yeah, my two girls are always, we want Dad to come so he could spin it faster. And I'm like going, every time I feel like I'm just on the edge and losing it.
Is that
Not one
stain
of
on the
my
ground all
favorite
motor
rides.
oil or treaded the tires?
Oh, this is great. We got some nice flying saucer footage here, including look at that
hovercraft.
one going across there. It's actually moving.
Wow.
I mean, that's a rare shot of the flying saucer actually moving.
Yeesh.
You see the kids off to the right there, they were just bouncing up and down. You had to have just the right amount of weight to make it work, but they're moving pretty good around it.
Those are only there a few years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were on the fun maps for probably 3, 4, 5 years before they actually got installed. You know, they always had the place for them
Oh, okay.
in
So
Tomorrowland.
they weren't there on opening day.
No,
Oh,
no, not at
no,
all.
no, no.
Much
And
later.
I had a friend that used to operate those. He's passed away now, but he said every morning they'd have a bet on how many rats were going to pop up when they turned it on.
They tried to do those again in California Adventure, didn't they?
Yep, they did. The Luigi's car ride. So
Yep.
Mom's getting ready to take us out, and we're gonna go to Disneyland.
He's ironing clothes to go to Disneyland.
Yep.
4
Can't
days
get
of
wrinkled on the
permanent rest.
Matterhorn.
Park hotel and entrance. And here we go. We're almost there. There's always such a thrill to come down and see the Matterhorn. You know,
Yep.
you're almost there.
Well, and before the Matterhorn, it was either the Castle or the TWA Rocket. That's
Yeah.
how you knew when you came around that last windrow. There they were.
There you see. Oh, you saw both there, TWA and a Matterhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Matterhorn wasn't in yet. It was still that Holiday Hill, wasn't it? That they call that, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Holiday Hill.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
mound of dirt.
This guy with a hat, for some reason, I keep thinking of what you call it, Midnight Cowboy.
Is that
Christmas time?
is Midnight Cowboy a Disney film?
Oh no.
No.
I'm kidding.
Hardly.
The first time I saw it, it was X-rated. We had to sneak in the fire exit.
Yeah.
See it. And it went right over my head. I had no idea what it was about.
What's taller, the castle or the Matterhorn?
Matterhorn.
Matterhorn, by far.
Matterhorn.
Yeah. Unless you're talking about Walt Disney World, and then it's the castle.
Mhm.
And aren't all the other parks, like in Asia and Europe and all, they're all taller castles, right?
Yes.
I don't think Hong Kong, China is.
Oh, no? Okay.
It's a model of the original, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're correct on that. Forgot about that.
But they redid the castle in Hong Kong. They lifted it up a story and added more underneath it.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tower of Terror is really tall too.
Yep. Just 1 foot shorter of needing aircraft lights on top.
Yeah. 3-car monorail, so early on.
And Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon, I think, have also really high structures.
Yeah, 3-car monorail would be before they went over to the hotel, wouldn't it? When it just ran around inside the park.
I think so.
Yeah.
no guardrail or guide rail.
Yep, so this was very early.
Blood Alley is the workers who worked that ride called it. I knew somebody who went to work there, and the very first day got hit by a car and broke their leg. So they,
Oh,
yeah, so they never worked there again.
Were there many serious accidents involving guests?
Well, no, it was basically the ride operators. You know, they tell you don't bump the cars. Well, she was up there and somebody bumped the car like 6 cars back, and it caught her between the 2 cars up there. She was in the wrong spot. She wasn't where she was supposed to be. But you know, that was a big issue with you know, the collisions. You also had to develop the knack of stepping on the car as it was moving, as you saw that guy did, to guide it up there and stop it. And if you slipped, you could run over your foot.
Yeah, they had a pedal there that they would go on where they could rock their foot back and forth to slow it down or speed it up.
Yep. And here we come for the holiday parade with some very antiquated costumes.
Yeah. That's when Mickey was really slender.
Yeah.
They had been on a diet. Mickey and Minnie both been on a diet.
They were leaning on the rouge pretty bad too.
Yeah. I love some of the floats in this parade. There's a couple of them, you know, it's so much simpler than the very ornate things they do today, but they have some really cool design things. Santa at the beginning of the parade, I thought was different. I love this float here. Look at it. Just a simple design, but you know, I thought it was cute.
Can't believe they had a China store in Disney
Yep.
World.
Ruggles
Yeah, horses have no feet.
Dance hall girls done as puppets.
Yeah, marionettes.
From Pinocchio or?
No, the Golden Horseshoe.
Oh, Golden Horseshoe. I see it now. Sorry.
Yep.
All right.
Is the Golden Horseshoe still operating?
No.
Not the one in Disneyland.
They did away with that show probably 15 years ago.
I thought, so what's there now? Is there like just a store in there or something?
They just have a sandwich shop in there, and then somebody, I think they periodically have somebody play guitar or tell jokes, that sort of thing. It's no big show at all. Now we go to Hollywood, and when if you want to date the year, it's the William Holden World of Susie Wong, which I did look up. I just don't remember it off the top of my head.
Randy, I think it's mainly to sell soda pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Brock is having flashbacks, I'm sure, to his Chinese
Well,
theater.
1960.
It is interesting to see that there are some pieces missing from it at this time that we had to get the actual drawings for to recreate. On the top of those pylons holding up the towers on the corners, there's a crenellation detail at the corners that, you know, the red ones you saw, there was another one out in front that was more the color of the building, and those fell off relatively early on for some reason, or 1 or 2 of them fell off. So they took the rest of them off, and we created it with those on there.
Hey, Brock, I also noticed the like a canopy thing that ran from the entrance out to the sidewalk. That's not, I've never seen that there. So is that
They
recreated?
had that for a few years, and then they took it away, and just had a ticket booth out in front there, and you walked over to the doors.
Now, anybody know what kind of car
What
had
make
a
of
rear
car
view?
had the rear view on the dash?
It was a
Yeah.
One that
convertible.
had been in a wreck?
I mean,
Yeah,
I caught this, and I said, boy, that's different.
Yeah, it is.
Don't you think it detached and then they just set it there?
No, you can see it. See, armature just to the left there just went out of the picture. It had a gimbal point and everything on it.
Yeah.
So you
Anybody here ever eat at Dino's?
Wish.
Yeah, I
We
wish
saw this
too.
in a movie a couple weeks ago, and again, you know, this guy, we'll see a lot more of Dino's, but Dino went off and put his name on the restaurant, and then got into a big lawsuit with his partner when he went to pull out, and it turned out that Dino had signed a contract that even if he wasn't investing or operating it, the guy could still use his likeness.
There's a Dino Pancake House in Myrtle Beach, but no picture of Dean Martin on it.
Yeah, I don't often associate pancakes with Dean Martin.
No.
So today, appearing at Dino's, we have Diane Booth, Jack Eldon, and Steve Lefebvre.
So was Dino's a nightclub and restaurant?
Basically a dinner cabaret sort of thing.
Okay.
Supper club.
Yeah, supper club, right?
Did he sanction his likeness on that sign?
Yeah, he did.
must have.
As I mentioned, he was a partner in it, and then he wanted out, and the guy said, "I'll buy you out, but I'm still going to use your picture." And Dino sued him, saying you can't do that, and the judge said, "Nope, you signed that he could." So it ran without Dino getting any of the profits for a number of years. Back at that point in time when he did it, he was having his feud with Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis decided if Dino was going to have a restaurant, Jerry was going to have a restaurant. So Hollywood was weird.
And imagine a Jerry Lewis restaurant. I think the waiters and waitresses would have to be trained in rudeness.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody's not familiar with the thing of the pigeons of San Juan Capistrano, how the birds all come back at a certain day, you're going to see
those
pigeons.
are swallows, not
Swallows.
Swallows.
The pigeons are there all the time.
You ruined my joke. I was just going to show you this is the day they came back. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
It would have been a good one.
Yes, you're right. There they are.
There they are.
He's going to need the shampoo soon.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. I was thinking Alfred Hitchcock was probably here this day and said,
Good idea for a movie.
Yes.
If you ever went to the Atlantic City Boardwalk, you'd be covered with pigeons.
There you go. So here's once again my
Look at
joke.
this.
This is the day that the famed pigeons came back.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's gonna have to launder his clothes. He thinks it's funny. He hasn't seen the droppings on him.
Well, this is reminding me of the latest Liberty Mutual commercial where the guy's sitting at the bench and he says, "Oh, I am one of those commercials. What's this one about? You know, seagulls. The one lands, he's a seagull." He goes, "Oh, that's kind of cute." And then all of a sudden, 10 of them attack him at once.
Yeah, that's a funny commercial.
You have to keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
When a friend of mine, we're having a birthday party for him, and he looked over on his shoulder and saw what he thought was a big glob of frosting, you know, and he took his finger, grabbed it, and put it in his mouth. We're all going, "Oh no!" And he says, "I thought it was frosting."
Whoa.
Might have been some frosting in it, but
yeah, that's true.
I've never been
They
inside.
have sharp claws when they land in your arm too.
That area was too crowded, but I want to go there someday because that was where they did one of my favorite Zorro episodes.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You've never been to San Juan Capistrano?
Just outside it, like, so we wanted to go, and there was like a giant tour group got there just as we did, and said they
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, I told you that we used to stay with my aunt and uncle. Their daughter, my cousin, inherited a house that overlooks San Juan Capistrano. It actually was an adobe house at one time, and at one point she had the adobe covered over. It's still back there. Well, no, you can actually remove what she put over it, and it would still look like the original house. Just that she used it as her primary residence. She got kind of tired of adobe walls and all that.
Oh. Yeah, I've got to go back there. It's one of those things we, have to go there, but we're on our way to San Diego. The drive is so long. Let's just go.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten at the restaurant in the train station?
I don't think so. Oh, wait. Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes, it's nice. The food's not bad, and it's a nice place to eat.
Yeah. Looks like Christmas time at the Mission.
Well, I've got to go, Bill. We have some other commitments today, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Good luck with the operation.
Thanks, so see you in 2
See you,
weeks.
Brock.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Who's the caterer for dinner today, Bill?
What's that?
Who's going to be your caterer for dinner today?
We're going to stop in a few minutes, so we have Movierama 2 stuff. Actually, I've got so many more films that I found these. I stuck all these crates of them in the garage, and I've been going through them. So I've been scanning nonstop. But the one that's on the scanner right now is my parents' home movies from 1961 to 1963. And I was looking at it real quick yesterday and go, my God, I was young once.
What's your expected recovery time for this surgery, Bill?
Yeah, I have a follow-up appointment at 8:45 the next morning. So they call me on Wednesday night to confirm the exact time on Thursday, but right now I'm penciled in for 10 a.m. on Thursday morning.
Good luck.
Kaiser, are you going to?
Kaiser in Santa Clarita.
Oh, okay.
Will you see any better at all after the surgery?
I hope so. Actually, I can see really, really well. I know we're looking here, it's so dark. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, we're out to the desert. I can see really well, except at night. At night, all the light from headlights looks like going to hyperspeed in Star Wars. But
yeah, that was what finally forced me to get the cataract surgery. Because at night, I couldn't read the signs because everything just looked like big stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean I can read really well, and there's Calico, the sign for it. Colors are bright and brilliant to me. Although when I get the thing done, I might say, "Wow, I didn't realize that." I mean, to me, the sky always looks nice and blue and everything. So it's purely just the night stuff. If it wasn't for the night stuff, I wouldn't be having it done.
Yeah.
Well, these cars with the super bright headlights in these new cars are really annoying.
Oh, I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
It's even for me, it's the street lights. It's all the lights at the night. So to the point where we were on vacation in New York this year, I said, let's make sure we're back at the hotel before it gets too dark, because I don't know these roads. Around here in town, it's no problem. I know where everything is. But it's just get it done, get it over with. I was really looking forward to the thought of no more glasses, and then he came in to ruin my day.
And they can't fix that scarring with like laser or anything like that?
No, he said it's just there. For folks that don't know it, Calico Ghost Town was it's out there. It's owned by the county. It's a great little spot to go to. But Walter Knott had bought it, and he started moving buildings from other places to Calico and moving some of the ones from there to Knott's Berry Farm, where he got going with his the theme park that's there now. So if you're in the area, it's a great little park to go visit. It's the road up to it's well maintained, and it's kind of fascinating. Anybody else been to Calico?
No.
Yeah.
I've been there.
You haven't
They
been?
have
Ray?
they have a tour of a gold mine in there too.
Yeah, it's a little simulated. You get on a little train that goes through it, but it's really neat. Now compared to like Bodie, which is a real ghost town, which is up about 150 miles north of here.
Yeah, I've been there too.
That is a pain in the ass. I wouldn't do that again with a BMW.
Yeah, Calico. I knew the guy that used to play the part of the sheriff there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have a bottle house, made out of old bottles, and you get out there in the saloon, serve sarsaparilla. I mean, it's a cute little spot to go visit if you're out in that particular area.
Yeah, Calico. A lot of those towns have the names on the hillside in white stone.
Yep, that was for the well, now we're in Vegas. That was for the airplanes when they were delivering mail.
Oh,
They could find their way around. So in some cases they just put a big letter. So like in this area is a big B over the hill in Burbank, a big G over Glendale.
Louis Prima.
Yeah.
Huey Smith never smiled.
That's it. I couldn't think of the song. Yeah.
What song was that?
Vegas has changed just a little.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
A
Changed a
tad.
lot more the past year or two. There's no tourists there anymore.
Have they recovered at all since that big
No,
downturn?
it's still way down.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse.
Has it really?
Yeah, a lot of the Canadians.
They priced
don't go there
everybody
anymore.
out.
Yeah.
There's no bargains there. They outpriced themselves.
Yeah, it got too expensive, and then foreigners don't want to come to the United States much these days. So yeah, they're really suffering.
There's so much bad
on
publicity
themselves.
about it on the internet too.
When they started doing things like charging $10 to park or something like that, I mean, every
Resort
hotel-
fees.
Yeah, the resort fees. The room's only $49 with the resort fees $192.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Years ago, we were thinking about buying something there, and we flew out for a couple of days. Matter of fact, it was November 11th, 2011. We were out the
wow.
weekend. And the prices were pretty good because there were a lot of foreclosures.
Right.
And I'm sorry I didn't pick up something.
Not sorry now.
No.
Yeah, we had our place in Florida. We sold that.
Well,
Okay.
has the housing market recouped there? Like you said, it was a bargain in 2011 and it went up. But has it then since gone down again?
It's like a roller coaster. I've got a couple of friends out there, and they say it's literally almost month to month with prices.
Wow.
Yeah,
Which
the
reminds
big
me, I
area
have
for
to call
housing
them.
was in the big area for housing was up in Summerlin, northwest of downtown. And the real estate market's depressed there too.
Well, it's too
Just
bad.
reading the quotes here. The
Not here in
Italian
New York.
salad, artichoke cut. Okay. Yep, there. Scott put in the link, Fury in Marrakesh, if you need to go see it.
Everything's on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, YouTube University.
Darren owns his own business. There's no retirement. Well, I hope you got a good pension plan.
New
If
York,
not, take
New
it
York
up with
City
boss.
employees retirement.
I'd like to try to think back to the days I was working, which was a long time ago now. I retired almost 14 years ago. How did I ever get anything done? Because I'm so busy now. I don't know how I fit anything in.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
That was the nice thing about being a flight attendant, because I work like 2 days a week, 7 to 8 days a month. So I had plenty of time to do stuff. It's a hard job to give up for that reason. If they hadn't thrown a bunch of extra incentives into it.
No.
Who'd you work for?
Delta. Darren, you had a brand of hanger up earlier.
Had a what?
Braniff.
Oh, somebody did. Yeah, they had.
Yeah,
a
it was
Braniff
Darren.
background. Was that Dan?
What is do you have an association with Braniff or
Oh, my father worked in the airline business for quite some time when I was a kid.
for Braniff or?
A lot of the airlines, yeah.
Really? What did he do?
Mechanic.
Okay. I mean, Braniff was always like the class airline. You know,
Yeah.
their Halston uniforms
Yeah.
and Gucci uniforms and their leather seated interiors. What long before every other airline went to leather.
Didn't they went under, and then didn't they try to bring him back, and it didn't work?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they went under, and then there's been like up to like I think Braniff 3 or something, and it was just a ghost of its original self.
Yeah.
The first reincarnation, they used the old Braniff airplanes with the multicolored paint schemes and all that, and just painted the word new before Braniff. Then the subsequent comebacks were like they bought used DC-9s, 737s. It just was nothing like the original Braniff.
Well, I see somebody's trying to bring back Pan Am.
Yeah, I saw that earlier this week.
If that lasts a year, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
saw
love
my
it.
Pan Am
If they
carry
have
bag.
that tri-tail on it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I still have a
I'm sorry,
Pan Am
what
carry
do you
bag
say?
that I can carry on board if they ever open up again. I have a TWA one too.
Yeah.
God, I had so many miles on Pan Am because of going over to Japan and that sort of thing. And it was interesting when they sold out. I guess they sold some of the rest. I think it was American. And the flight attendant, we get on board and they go off and thank you for flying today on Pan Am. Oh, I'm sorry, American. He goes, I've been Pan Am for 20 years. I've been American for a week. I will.
They sold their Asian routes to United, their
United,
European
okay.
routes
Yeah.
to Delta, and maybe South American routes to American. Yeah.
Just to stay alive, and they ended up. Yeah, I feel sorry for all the employees who got.
Yeah, their pensions they get like 1 cent to the dollar or something.
Not even, I think.
Yeah, I mean it was before any kind of pension protection. I think Pan Am's pension loss, maybe Eastern's kind of spurred some of that pension protection legislation. I worked with a lot of former Pan Am people because when they came over, when Delta bought the European routes and the intra-European routes, and they were a different breed because they were used to, really fancy service. So they'd see us at Delta slinging the hash, and I forget that this snooty French one told me I didn't know how to cut cheese. It was like, what do you mean?
Did
I'm the best cheese cutter in town.
Whose kitchen is that? It just pops up.
That is the kitchen at Graceland.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
really?
That's Elvis's kitchen?
That is.
That's where he has
I didn't
peanut
miss
butter
any-
and banana sandwiches, huh?
That's
I
right.
didn't miss anything not going in there.
Look at that floor.
Randy, did you ever fly DC-10s?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of them. Because I was with Western originally.
Ah,
Western flew a lot of. Well, we had like 15 DC-10s, but Western was a small airline. Guys fly them all the time.
yeah. I saw they grounded the DC-10s after the MD-11 grounding. So.
Oh, they have actually grounded whatever DC-10s are still flying.
They grounded the rest of the DC-10 flights, which I think is a lot of fire stuff and a lot of cargo. So the 10s are grounded. Wow, this might be the end of that Douglas era.
The MD-11s had. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. The MD-11s had a weird thing, and I'm not at all familiar with piloting an airplane or anything, but most of you probably seen that video of that MD-11 landing at Narita in Tokyo that flips over. It was a FedEx, I believe.
Yeah.
And, just the two pilots were killed. The video footage is horrific. But that happened many times. I mean, it didn't flip over, but it almost did. A gal that I worked with, she has since retired medically. she was, well, one thing about the MD-11, it never delivered the range that was promised. Delta bought a bunch of them to fly LA to Asia nonstop. 80% of the time they had to make a stop in Anchorage. And this time they were making a stop in Anchorage, coming in for landing. The plane almost did that. The nose started to go up and go to the right. The pilot slammed it down, kept it from turning over, but a lot of people were injured. Like overhead bins came off their racks. And this gal that I had flown with was in the back, and she had permanent back injuries from it because it hit so hard. But he prevented it from flipping over. So that was not an uncommon thing.
Ouch. That I tell you, that UPS crash was terrible to watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, years and years ago, I went for an interview with the LA Times and went in, and the entire department was empty. All these empty desks. And I said, what's the reason for hiring? Where are all the people? But they were all on the American Airlines one that was going out of Chicago, where the engine came off and went down.
Oh my God.
I said, I don't think I want to try to replace all these dead people. And now seeing what's happened to the LA Times, thank God. Talk about pensions being worth nothing. But you see, the other poor Carol has to put up with me screaming at the TV all the time for stupid things. And they were watching the other day. They had the footage of the plane taken off. It's on fire and it goes off and crashes. And the news woman, the anchor, says, it's unknown if this has anything to do with the FAA cutback of air traffic. And I'm just yelling, you moron. I mean, the plane's on fire as it's taken off. What does that have to do anything with the air traffic controllers? So,
yeah. Years ago, United lost it. It was a DC-8 cargo plane. I think it was. I think they just taken off out of Salt Lake, and it crashed into what are the mountains outside of Salt Lake? My mind's gone.
Wasatch Mountains or
I guess the Wasatch, whatever. But it crashed. It was almost fully intact. All the pilots were killed. I mean, you could see it from the air. And it was Kelly Lang on NBC said, another DC-10 has crashed.
Oh.
In that tone of voice. And so they show the aerial footage. It's like, it's got 4 engines on the wings. It's a DC-8. I called the station. I said, can you have her correct that? Oh no, we're sticking by our story. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, news people, crazy. Well, anyway, we saw a few things today. 2 weeks from now, we have Movierama 2. I have a whole bunch more coming up, including, let's see, I remember doing Solvang. If you've ever been to Solvang, a little Danish American community.
Never been. Oh, so we got to meet Bess Parker.
The 64 World's Fair, some of Disney World, and some other weird esoteric stuff that comes up along the way. So for the folks that have sent me notes of encouragement for the eyes, thank you. I wish I could just say it was going to be in and out and I wouldn't have to wear glasses anymore, but I'm just trying to see here. I've got my dog in my lap, see if she works out as my seeing eye dog, and Carol will get me through next Thursday.
Can you wear
2 weeks? Wait, 2 weeks from now is Thanksgiving weekend. You going to have a talk Thanksgiving weekend?
I probably am, because I don't have to make it dinner. Actually, we're going over to my brother-in-law's for dinner, so Carol gets the
dinner. I won't be around that weekend. I'll be out of town.
Either, unfortunately.
Yeah, neither will I.
Well, maybe I'll take
most of us will be out of town.
So I'll see how it goes.
Bill,
have they told you how they're going to do the surgery? When I had it done, they actually they gave you a drug that you were still awake, but you could care less that they were coming at your eyeball with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
So is that what they're doing?
A little fentanyl, a little Versed.
They're going to do it very carefully.
Yeah. Well, they're what you call it. They have the option if you want anesthesia or not, and I said yes, I do.
Yes.
Because I'm scared to death that just the other day I've been having huge allergy problems, and I went to an allergist 2 weeks ago because it's the worst it's ever been in my life. And the other day I was sitting there and whatever, Carol and I watching TV, and all of a sudden I had a sneezing fit. She goes, "Oh, I hope you don't have that when they do in the eyes." And so, God, it would be terrible. So
this is correcting cataract, right, Bill?
What's that?
It's correcting cataracts?
Yes, right.
But is it going to do anything to correct your vision or at least improve your vision?
They said it will probably get improved, but not corrected because I have scar tissues in my eyes from a genetic condition.
You know, they put a lens, a fake, not fake, but a lens into your eye to replace what was there that was not as see-through as it used to be.
Right.
But I don't understand really how they can do two at the same time. I had mine done a couple of weeks apart.
You're right. You're right, Carol.
Yeah.
They would never do two at the same time.
Yeah, my mother had cataract surgery a couple years ago. She thought it was great because it did clear up. You know, she never wore glasses anyhow, except for maybe reading, but she had the cataract and it just cleared her vision correctly and she loved it. But
yes.
What I was getting at, Bill, is regardless of what improvement of vision, have you thought about contact lenses?
I do wear them. I haven't worn them lately, but my eyes dry out, and after about 6 hours, they're always bothering me. So, like when I do bike patrol for the LAPD, I would put the contacts in. That way I could take sunglasses and, you know, go in and out of a parking garage, take them on, take them off. But otherwise, after about 6 hours of staring at
with the scarring you have, what's the point of the contact surgery with the scarring?
What's that? Oh, well, the contacts.
What's the point of the cataracts?
Then.
What's the point of the cataract surgery if you have scarring?
The cataract surgery.
I can't see anything at night.
He gets new lenses in the cataract surgery. The lenses are brand new and not used for many years like ours are in our eyes. And so they're a lot clearer. But he also
the cataract the cataract lens becomes opaque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is not going to happen with the fake lenses.
Well, it can happen.
It'll never change again.
Carol.
I'm sorry?
Sometimes that lens that they put in can, I mean, and maybe it's changed since I had it done. They can start to fog up. Mine have not. A lady that I used to work with, hers started to, but they just went in and zapped it with a laser.
Yeah.
I haven't had that problem.
Procedure.
It's
I've not had that issue either.
It's not the new lens that fogs. It's the capsule, the natural capsule that holds the lens. And they split that with the laser and
remove it.
And remove it. Yeah.
They take out the lens that has the cataract and they put a new lens in your eye.
Replace the lens in, right.
Yeah.
Then, like I say, a few years later, that new lens can start to fog up, but mine never has.
Oh, I don't know. I got the impression. I only had mine done, 3 years ago, Bill?
Yeah.
I got the impression that I wouldn't need anything like that again.
And maybe the newer lenses have improved so that they don't do that.
Pardon me, but the new lenses do not fog up. It's the capsule, the natural capsule that held the old lens that fogs up. And the laser treatment fixes that.
I was told that
I think I'm past that now anyway. I had the experience before that my vitreous tissue that you're born with, eventually it shrinks and it tears away. And I had to go through that whole thing, and it was okay because you can damage your eye as it's pulling away, but it didn't happen to me. So that was lucky. But I don't think that nobody said anything with the cataract lenses that or the new lenses that anything was going to follow up after I had it done. So
yeah.
Well, before we meet again, shoot us an email. Let us know how it worked out. Can you shoot us an email before we meet?
I will, if I can see the keyboard next Friday, I'll let everybody know how it goes.
Yeah, I'd like to just to see how it worked out. Shoot us an email, please.
I will do that. And I did appreciate the note you sent me, Irv. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
So you're having it done on Friday or Thursday, Bill?
Friday, they're done. Right now, it's Thursday morning at 10 is the tentative time.
Alrighty.
So
before we sign off, Bill, you should tell them about that guy that died at Disneyland. I don't know if you've all heard, but there's been like 8 deaths at Disney World recently.
Yeah,
and Bill knows about one, knows some of the details on one of them.
Yeah, the papers have had a whole big thing that they had somebody died at Disney World, and
A
then
big what?
the next week somebody died at Disneyland. They had a heart attack and died on the Haunted Mansion.
You had a group of
Uh-huh.
Joking now, the
Who
old
was
thing
it
about
with?
999 happy, haunts. Now they've
Oh,
got to
this
change all the
one.
signs. But they've had a whole spate of suicides and other things at Disney World. And it's so between both parks within a 2-week period, they had like 8 people die. So it's just like you're saying with, Kelly Lang, and we stand by our story and everything. People die at Disney World all the time. You bring in then, 80,000 people a day, every day of the year, somebody's going to have a heart attack or die. But unfortunately, I had a couple of suicides, so it got on the news. So we were on a talk with Tom the other day, and we were talking about, the different ways people do themselves in at the Disney parks. We could do a whole session on dead people at Disneyland. When I was there, there was if everybody knows the Contemporary Resort, 4-story lobby in the center of it, or I guess it's at least 4 stories. 9.
It's quite a bit bigger than that, yeah.
Yeah.
14.
They had a guy this side, he was going to end it, and he went up to the top floor and jumped off and came down through the roof of the men's shop, stuff like that. So, I mean, you can imagine the poor people working in there. Real quick story on the humorous side about the Contemporary Resort. Carol may appreciate this. They sent this other guy and I down, Carl Spencer, guy's name. I can forget the names of people as I meet them. I'll never forget Carl. He was as mad a lunatic as I am in many ways. But we went down there and we were working on this fraud investigation at the Contemporary Resort. So we made up false ID cards that we could do things with and try to see how this would react. And he made up the card, and his name that he put on it was Dr. Carl Shortsnort, and he put us in room 1313. And he goes to use his card at the restaurant, and the gal gets him his Shortsnort, and he goes, "You making fun of my name?" And he gives it his whole hard time. Then he starts saying, "Well, wait, we don't have a 13th floor in the hotel." And he goes, "Well, maybe you don't know about it, but those of us that stay on the special VIP level." And he goes, "We don't have a 13th floor." And he goes, "Go put it in the computer and see if it works." And she goes and puts it in, and she goes, "I'm very sorry, Dr. Shortsnort. I had no idea." It was crazy that there is no 13th floor, but the computer system accepted it, and that was one of the little bugs we had to take back out of it. But,
There was a 14th floor.
yeah.
Continental Airlines never had a row 13 on their planes.
Yeah, I mean, I as a kid, I remember going to hotels and asking my parents, how come it goes 12 to 14?
Bill, the main story I was thinking about was the guy that didn't have his key.
The guy didn't have his teeth.
His key.
Oh, the key. Oh, that was the lady. Yeah, working at the front.
No.
Oh.
No. The guy who was with his partner, and his partner died, and then the guy comes rushing back to the lobby.
It was a woman that came rushing back. Yeah.
No.
No,
Was it?
Is it? Yeah, this guy.
Okay. Oh, I missed that. I thought it was a guy.
No, we're at the front desk of the hotel, and this woman, about 85 years old, comes rushing up, all in a panic. She needs the key to her room, and we said, "Well, where's your own key?" She goes, "My boyfriend has it." And I said, "Well, why can't you get it from him?" And he goes, "He's dead." And he goes, "What do you mean he's dead?" And he goes, "He died on Space Mountain." And we said, "Really? When?" He goes, "So just now, I just came from there." And we called over, "Yeah, the guy's dead on Space Mountain." So she said, "Well, I got to get in his room, right away." And I said, "Well, what's the whole rush? We'll get your key as soon as we can prove who you are, because we're not just going to give a key to somebody." And she says, "Well, I got to get my stuff out of the room." And I said, "What's the hurry?" He goes, "I got to get it out before his wife gets here." He was about 92, and
that's much funnier than I remembered.
So after having worked at the hotel, Carol and I were just on vacation in New York, and we had to go to one of the hotels, and the key didn't work or whatever, and went to the front desk and said, "The key is not working in room whatever 2311. I need another key." "Oh, okay, here you go, thank you." And I'm just tearing my hair out. Anybody could walk up and just say, "Give me the key to 2311." So I felt real secure for the rest of that visit.
Yeah, that was a big thing at Delta, and probably most airlines. When flight attendants and pilots were checking in at the hotel, if the clerk announced your room, here's your key to room 1213, you had to reject the room.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because there have been, just a couple of years ago, a flight attendant was killed on her layover.
No.
And they say it was because her room number got out at the front desk.
No,
See, that's horrible.
yeah.
How stupid.
No, that when people do stuff like that, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, we were supposed to reject if your room number was announced or if they gave you a ground floor like in a Holiday Inn. That happened after that Connie Francis incident.
Oh yes, right, yeah. Yeah, I remember that whole situation. Well, we're going to enjoy our rain out here. I can hear it coming down as I've been watching the movies here. It sounds like it's quieted down now, but we're supposed to get 4.5 inches from this storm, get a day off and another rain coming behind that. So we need it.
Send some here.
Yeah, we'll send it your way, what's left of it.
Yeah, you're out in Arizona, it's real dry.
Tell you things that, what's today? Today's Saturday. On Thursday, my LAPD partner, her daughter's house burned down at Mammoth. They had a storm come in, lightning storm, set the hills on fire, and it burned down 15 houses, and unfortunately hers was one of them. So, now they're getting rain, they're getting snow. One day earlier, she would have been okay, so.
Was it a vacation home or a permanent residence?
Permanent.
Oh, wow, it's too bad.
Yeah, so.
Scary
stuff. Well, we'll see you maybe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So those.
Yeah, good luck, Bill. I'll be thinking of you. Good luck, Phil.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Have a great
Thanks.
Thanksgiving.
Thank
See you Thursday morning.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.